So we will start today's class. I have put this on recording. Recording is on. Today is Thursday. Uh, Thursday, 16th of July, 2020. Okay. And Neeraj sir is asking a question that how we can identify a candlestick pattern and how we can use the different kind of candles which are formed on our chart. Like sometimes a doji is formed and price behaves exactly, price respects the doji and behaves very well after the doji, and sometimes it does, it it doesn't follow the doji and price go haywire. It goes in any direction. How we can identify whether the price will reverse or will continue or it is just stopping for a moment. How we can identify. So if you see my YouTube videos, so there I have clearly stated that in candlestick pattern there are three stages. So whenever you see a candle, any particular candle, be it hammer, doji, hanging man, shooting star, evening star, dark cloud cover, or any pattern. Okay, the name of the pattern is not important. The meaning of particular candles are more important, right? So there are three stages of a candlestick pattern. Okay, and if all three stages are right in certain situation, then only that will be a valid candlestick pattern. Okay, so the first thing, before you identify any candlestick pattern, the very first thing that you need to understand is there should be a trend. You need to identify whether it is the uptrend or it is a downtrend. Okay, sideways market doesn't count. If you ever see a sideways market, and if you see a candlestick pattern, then it is not a valid candlestick pattern. Okay, so the first thing is trend. I will explain it further. First, let me write all three steps. The first is trend. The second is candlestick pattern itself. Then you need to see the pattern. Okay, so if you say a doji candle or a hammer candle, it's a single candle, but we say it a pattern. Generally, when you listen to the word pattern, then what comes into your mind that there will be multiple candles, then only a pattern can be found. A pattern can be formed. But in candlestick pattern, we have single candles also. With the help of a single candle, you can say that this is a candlestick pattern. So doji, hammer, they all are single candlestick pattern. Okay. So the first is trend, the second is candlestick pattern, and then the third step is confirmation. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take few examples. Assume that this is the trend. This is the trend. And here, after this trend, you see this. Okay, you see this. So this is a shooting star if it is formed at the top of a pattern, and this is an inverted hammer if it is formed in the downtrend. It means when you see the YouTube videos, then I have clearly said that if this is formed here at the top, if this candle is formed at the top, then we say that this is a shooting star candle, and if this candle is formed at the bottom, then we say this is an inverted hammer. So the shape and size of the candle is same, but when it is formed at the top of a pattern, it is called a shooting star candle. When it is formed at the bottom of the candle, it is said a inverted hammer pattern. But again, the name is not important. By seeing this candle, you clearly understand that this candle opened here. This is the opening price. Price went up. When it reached here, the price got rejected, that means sellers came in and they brought the price down and the candle closed here. That means it is saying rejection of price at the top. If it is forming at the top, it is saying rejection of price at the top. Okay. Now, if this candle is formed, now coming back to this point, if you see this candle getting formed after this kind of trend, then what you say? Then will you say that this is a valid candlestick pattern? We will come to the answer later. Now take the second example. This candle is formed here. Okay, let me delete it. I need more space. So this is another example. Now you see this candle. Which one is a stronger candlestick pattern? You can clearly say that this is a stronger candlestick pattern. Why? Because you clearly see that here you see a strong uptrend, right? So you see that we have got the trend, then we have got the candlestick pattern, which is a shooting star in this situation, which is saying that price is not ready to go further high, right? This wick shows rejection of price at the upper area. And when, what is confirmation? When price starts to trade below the low of this shooting star, we can say that we have got the confirmation that the price will not continue to move up, and the chances are very high that it will fall down. Okay, so in this whole scenario, you have got the trend, a perfect uptrend. You have got the candlestick pattern, which is a shooting star in this case, and then you have got the confirmation. Once the price starts to trade below this candle, then you say that we have got the confirmation, right? So this is a perfect candlestick pattern, and this is the perfect setup to initiate a trade. And how we initiate a trade? Let's assume that before this candle was formed, just take a hypothetical example, that before this candle was formed, you had already drawn a resistance line at this level. Okay, on a higher time frame, let's see that you saw this candle in 3-minute time frame. On a higher time frame, when you were drawing support and resistance on higher time frame, then you had already drawn a resistance level, and then you see this kind of candlestick pattern. So you already knew that whenever price will reach at this resistance area, then it will take resistance, and the chances are high that the price will go down after reaching to this resistance level, right? And when the price reached at this resistance level, you saw a shooting star. Sorry, this is shooting star. You saw a shooting star, this kind of candle, which is clearly saying that rejection of price at the upper area, which means this is showing rejection of price at a resistance level. So you are almost sure that this price will not break the resistance. Now once the price starts to trade below this candle, you can initiate a trade. So this is the first example. Now coming back to this thing, this is a perfect uptrend, but this is not an uptrend. This is a range bound market, right? This is slightly in uptrend, but not a perfect uptrend. And if you see a morning star getting formed in this kind of price range, then this is not a perfect candlestick pattern, and we do not trade in this situation. what mistake most of the people commit is the thing that as soon as they see a candlestick pattern, be it morning star, shooting star, or doji, or hammer, or inverted hammer, they initiate a trade. They forget to other things. They forget to validate whether there is a perfect trend, whether a perfect trend was already formed, and they do not wait for confirmation. They are in a hurry and they initiate the trade. So this is how we initiate a trade, and this is how we know that how we increase the chance of success when we trade. So whenever if you are trading purely on candlestick pattern basis, then you need to identify the trend first. If there is no perfect trend, then my suggestion is do not initiate the trade. All right. I hope I have answered your question.
अच्छा, एक चीज सरप्राइज जी, इसमें कई बार क्या होता है, इससे जैसे यही वाला आपका एग्जाम्पल है, तो ये जो आपने अप ट्रेंड में दिखाया है, इसको अगर आप हटा के जोड़ दें इस वाले ट्रेंड से, तो ऐसा लगेगा कि जैसे ये पहले अप ट्रेंड था और बीच में जो है ये रेंज बाउंड हो गया। तो ऐसे केस में भी हम अप ट्रेंड तो था ही इसमें, बीच में थोड़ा देर के रेंज बाउंड आ गया, तो उस केस में भी हम ये कैंडल स्टिक ये जो शूटिंग स्टार बन रहा है उसको इग्नोर करेंगे।
Are you saying this kind of situation? This is a perfect uptrend. Then you see a range.
Something like that. अब यहाँ पे कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करें कि अप होगा, डाउन होगा, साइड में होगा, या मतलब कहने का मतलब ये कि यहाँ पे इस रेंज में कैंडलस्टिक एनालिसिस वैलिड होगी हमारे लिए?
No. जब ये रेंज फॉर्म हो जाए, once you see the range, candlestick pattern, candlestick is valid till this area only. Once this range is formed, now you need to read the candles, the size of the candles. When price reaches to upper limit of this range, and when price reaches to lower limit of this range. And now with your sharp eyes, you need to understand what are the chances that the price will break this range and will start to move up. So now we need to wait for this range to break, and once the price breaks this range and retest this level again, then we will take entry. That will be covered in today's class. Okay, so candlestick pattern is valid only till the time you see a perfect trend. As soon as trend fades, as soon as trend weakens, you stop seeing candlestick pattern. Now you see when you read other price action. We have hundreds of methods to trade on price action. Candlestick pattern is just one of them. So if you see a trend, then find a candlestick pattern. Once the trend is over, once the market is range bound, then we will read the price action with different eye. Okay. So now we will start today's class and see what we have today. Today we are going to.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था. यहाँ पे जो साइडवेज स्टार्ट हुआ है, ऐसा कभी हो सकता है कि जहाँ से साइडवेज स्टार्ट हुआ है हमको अभी पता तो नहीं है कि साइडवेज स्टार्ट हुआ है, देन क्या हो कि यहाँ पे वही अपनी जो शूटिंग स्टार बन रही थी वो बने और एकदम हम वहाँ पे ट्रेड इनिशिएट कर लेंगे, ट्रेड ऊपर की तरफ जाएगी और बाय कर ले. इसके पहले सर, इसके पहले यहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ साइडवे होना एकदम स्टार्ट, और यहाँ पे कैंडल बन जाए, हमको लगे कि अभी तो ये प्राइस ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा और मार्केट साइडवेज होना स्टार्ट हो जाए, तो ये सर इस पे फिर कैसे हमको कंफर्मेशन आएगी कि मार्केट?
Perfect question. Let me tell you very clearly. So now I'll read this thing. Okay. So his question is, this is a perfect uptrend, and you see the same candle, the same shooting star in this area, right? And once this candle was formed, you were almost sure that the price will go down. The price will go down after this shooting star, okay? And you initiated the trade. Okay, so if you see my videos in YouTube channel, I clearly said that a candlestick pattern is not a guarantee that the price will reverse. Once this kind of candlestick pattern is formed, or any candlestick pattern is formed, then there are three chances. What are those three obvious chances? The first is, the price will reverse, that which is what you are expecting, that the price will reverse, it will start to move down. This is the first case that you expect. The second one is, since this candle is saying and showing a clear rejection at the upper level, it means that the price will not go beyond this level, right? And this level means this area. This level, that doesn't mean that this line, this may come till here, but this wick clearly said that the price will not go above this wick, right? So this is the first thing that you assume, and this is the first thing that you want, that if this pattern is formed, then the price must go in downside. Since this was in uptrend, now it should go downtrend. So this is the first case that you assume. What is the second thing that can happen here? The second thing is, since this candle is formed, price will not go above this line, above this range, and price will also not go below this, and the price will also will not go in downtrend. It will become range bound, right? This is the second situation. This can also happen. This kind of structure does not guarantee that price will that doesn't guarantee that the trend will reverse, right? So this is the first situation. This is the third situation. This is the second one. And what is the third one? The third one is, price will stall for some time and will suddenly give a breakout, right? This is the third situation. So when you initiate a trade, you should not be thinking about only one situation. You should not be ever thinking about that only situation one will occur. Okay, and this is almost certain, and I'm 100% sure that the price will reverse. No, this is not the way of trading. You should be ready for this thing, for downtrend. You should be ready for a sideways market once this structure is formed, and you should also be ready. You should also be ready that the price will go up again. Okay, and again, I'm assuming that before opening session, or before initiating the trade, when price was trading at this area, what I'm expecting from you, that when the price was trading at this area, you had already drawn a resistance line here. Okay, you already knew that whenever price will reach at this area, these kind of situations will happen. Why? Because you already knew that this is a resistance line. Like, if you see Nifty chart, then you can say that as 10,000 at 10,800 level, 10,800 is a resistance area for Nifty. We all know that when we draw support and resistance on the chart, right? We already knew that. And if this candle is formed at 10,800 level, then a professional trader is always ready for all these three situations, right? But the key is, when your mind is already ready to accept these three things, then what will happen? You initiate a sell order as soon as you see this kind of candlestick pattern. And if one will happen, then what will happen? You will be in huge profit, right? This is the first case. Huge profit. If market does not go in downtrend and it starts to trade in a range bound market, then what will be happen? You will be in no profit, no loss, right? At some point in time, you will simply exit, and you will say that, okay, you initiated the trade by seeing this trend, by seeing this candlestick pattern, but it did not work, and the market is trading in range bound now, so I will simply exit, right? And if you exit here, then you are almost sure that if it is not going in downtrend and it is forming a range, then the chances are very high that if it breaks this level, this resistance level, then it will continue to move up, because before forming this range, the price was in uptrend. Am I right? The price was in uptrend. This candlestick pattern was formed. Then price started to trade in a range bound market. It became range bound. The first situation that you assume that the price will move down, this did not happen. And if it happened, you are in huge profit. The price is range bound, you will simply exit, and you exited, no profit, no loss. Somehow you covered your brokerage also. But when you exit here in situation 2, you are almost ready that if price breaks this level and sustain, then the chances are very high that it will continue to be in uptrend, because it was already in uptrend before this range was formed. So now you will be in profit, because you exited from your sell side and you entered long. You bought the stock, right? So this is the second situation. Let's assume that you entered here. You entered. You saw this candlestick pattern, and you sold the stock at this level, because as soon as the low of this candle was breached, you entered short here. But the price became range bound for a couple of minutes, and suddenly it gave a breakout. Then what will happen? Whenever you trade in these kind of candlestick pattern, the reason why I advised everyone to at least initiate a trade every time, whenever you see a candlestick pattern, that means whenever you see a trend, a perfect candlestick pattern, and then confirmation, then initiate a trade. Because when you initiate a trade in this situation, if you sell here, you always put your stop loss above this candle, right? So if situation 3 happens, your stop loss will be triggered and you will be out of the market by booking a loss. And what will be your loss? The length of this candle, right? Which is not a big loss, because in this situation, if you see the chart, whenever this kind of candles are formed, the stop loss are very, the stop losses are very low, are very small. So your stop loss will be hit and you will be in loss. So now, if you assume that these are the 3 situations, and if you calculate mathematically, so 33% of the chance that it will go in downtrend, 33% of the chance that it will be in a range bound market, and 33% of the chance that it will continue to move up. Okay, and your stop loss is hit only once, when the price moved in uptrend again. Okay, and 33% of the time you will be in huge profit, and 33% of the time you will be in a small loss. So overall, if you take 10 trades, 7 will be profitable, 3 will be huge profit, 3 will be cost to cost or small profit, and 3 will be in small loss. So overall you will be in huge profit. But the key is you need to repeat this event, and whenever you see this kind of candlestick pattern, make sure that there is a trend. I'm always saying, I'm emphasizing that a trend should be formed first, then candlestick pattern. You will be in huge profit. But let me tell you frankly that the chances that it will reverse is not 33%, it is 70%. You can ask any, you can inquire with any price action trader, and you can check by yourself. If it is not 70, at least it is 50, right? For me, it's 70%. It might be possible that for me it is 50%, but it is not. But I'm sure that it is not 33%. It is higher than 33%. So you will be in huge profit. So the key is, again, I'm saying that when you initiate a trade here and you sold here, make sure that you put your stop loss here. If you don't put your stop loss here, what will happen? If it happens, if situation 3 will happen and it will continue to move up, then you will keep on, beating around the bushes, saying that no, Sarfraz had told me that if this kind of structure is formed, the price should go down. The price is not going down, so no, I will continue to be in the trade. I will not exit from the trade. I will not put the stop loss. and I will wait for the price to come down. You keep on waiting, price will not come down, because when this candle is formed and after this candle 6-7 more candles are formed, the importance of this candle starts to decrease, right? And the price will continue to move up and you will be in huge loss. So always put a stop loss and be ready for all three situations. If you take enough number of trades, you will be in huge profit. This is the guarantee. So this is about candlestick pattern. Again, trend is important. Never ever initiate a trade when there is no trade. There is no trend. If you see this kind of trend or any candlestick pattern, do not trade. In order to initiate a candlestick pattern based trading, you need to have this kind of trend or this kind of trend, a perfect uptrend or a perfect downtrend. This kind of situation, never ever trade. Okay to trade, okay to trade. I hope I'm clear now after speaking for 30 minutes. Right? So if you guys have understood it, please say yes so that I can move further.
Yes, I understood. सर लेकिन एक चीज ये था कि जब प्राइस रिवर्स होगा उस कैंडल को फॉर्म होने के बाद, तो ये जो लास्ट में स्विंग लो हो रहा है उसको जब क्रॉस करेगा तब हम उस पे एंटर करेंगे ना?
You need to wait for the price. Uptrend में when the price will break the low of this candle. As soon as it breaks the low of this candle, just enter.
Okay.
Okay. You should not be waiting for more confirmation, because the longer you wait, the price will keep on moving down and your stop loss will be bigger, right? If you enter here, still your stop loss is here. If you enter here, still your stop loss is here. So the best way is enter as close as this candle, right? So that your stop loss is smaller. So at the end of the day, money management is everything. You need to make sure that your stop loss is small and your position size is small, so that even the stop loss is hit, you are not hurt badly, right? So let's start today's class, which is entry class. Okay, so only 5 minutes are left before we need to initiate a new meeting. So let me tell you very clearly, going forward, we have started this price action thing again. Now you need to be very serious about trading, because today I'll complete the entry class. Then one more important class will be left, exit, that will be covered maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And once these two classes are covered, then you are okay to jump into the market and start trading. But before you start trading, make sure that you do not trade blindly. Before you trade, you need to prepare yourself for next day. So tomorrow is Friday. If I happen to trade tomorrow, I will not sleep until I am prepared for tomorrow's trade. I need to find out the stocks, which stock I need to trade tomorrow. If I need to trade Bank Nifty, if I'm planning to trade Bank Nifty, then I will first draw support and resistance on Bank Nifty. On Nifty, I will see option chain. I will teach you how to read option chain later. Neeraj Ji has already attended those classes, but for you, I will take another class, how to read option chain. So you need to read first option chain, read the option chain, find out support and resistance. Okay, if you want to trade in HDFC Bank tomorrow, if you want to trade in Reliance tomorrow, first draw support and resistance on those stocks. You need to be ready. Okay, so if you are not ready, then what I suggest you not to trade the next day. Okay, simply watch the market and do not trade. Okay, so when you observe the retail traders, then what you observe is, retail traders, they do not do preparation. They wake up in the morning, they have their morning tea, and they think that trading is an easy game, and they can, earn a good profit easily. And they only know two things: buy button and sell button, and they start trading blindly. Okay. So this is not the case with a trained trader, especially when you are, attending my training session. Going forward, the level of the session will increase, and we will discuss advanced price action. So be ready for advanced price action. But first, you need to understand these things. And what I'm expecting from you is to watch candlestick pattern video, all the 16 videos. It is in Hindi, very easy to understand, and watch it in repeat mode. Watch every video for at least 2-3 times. I think I have 16 videos, so you need to watch all those 16 videos for 3 times each, so that the concept is very clear. And if you understand the candlestick pattern, and if you trade based on only uh, candlestick pattern, then only you then also you will be in huge profit. It is not necessary to learn and know all the advanced price action and technical analysis. It is not easy. Okay, so yeah, so this is the thing that I wanted to add here. That start working hard and be ready to be a professional trader. Okay, so I'm ending the meeting and join again, and I'll start entry class. Okay, only 3 minutes are left, so join again and entry class will be started. Please join fast.